Hi guys, and welcome to text-to-speech calculator developed using Python. Now let me show you guys how this works.
Backspace. Backspace. Multiply by 9. Clear entry. 2 equals 114.0.
There we go.
Divide by 8 equals 14.25. Minus 14.25. Plus 1. 15 equals 0.75.
There we go. That's how it works, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start a new project entirely. Let's go to File, New. And to start with, I'm going to import the following libraries, which you guys need as well. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create my class. So let's say class, I'm going to call that calculator app. There, got a column. And next, I'm now going to define the following. Let's say define underscore initialize underscore. It's a self and root. Enter a column there as well. Next, I'm going to say self.roots. You can just copy this. Self.roots, that should be a dot, and that is going to be equals root, right? And I'm also going to give the title. So let's say self dot title, that is going to be equals, we can just call that calculator. Next, I'm going to have to define my geometry. So let's say self.root.geometry is that right here for geometry, and that is going to be equals, let's make it about 504 by 660. Okay, let's just say the coordinate is going to be 600 by 100. So that is fine. Next, I'll come right down here and let's say self.root.resize. I'm going to make that resizable. That's going to be force. Let's say the width equals force, and the height is going to be force as well. Next, I'm going to say self dot mainframe, and that is going to be, let's say mainframe number 1, that is going to be frame, and this frame is going to be a child of self.roots. Let's give a border of about, make that 20. Yeah, that's fine. Comma. Relief, I'm going to make that green. And the width. I'm going to make that about, let's go for width and height. Copy all of these and just dump it there. Width, I'm going to make that about 6. Okay. And the height. Let's make the height about 600 and the width is going to be 500 plus here. Yeah, that is fine. And next, let's give a border color, background color. I'm going to just enter that blue there. That blue. And close that. So let's run it up. So right here we say main self.main frame, and that's going to be dot grid. Alright, the first one is taken care of, so I'm going to do the same thing for the second one. So copy this, paste it right here. Okay, and this is going to be known as frame 2, main frame 2, and get it indented. So instead of blue color, back to that blue, I'm going to change that to powdered blue. Alright, that's fine. Because I'm going to be using the speech, so let's say self dot engine, and that's going to be speech tree dot get it initialized. Okay, so I'm also going to declare my variables. Let's display the two variables I intend to use. Set dot first underscore number. I said num, that is going to be nothing for now. I'll repeat the same thing for the second as well. So this is going to be second. Okay, so declare an operator of yourself dot operator that is going to be nil. Nothing for now. That's good. Alright. Okay, before I go any further, I think I should save this. So that's going to be talking calculator YT. Right, so save that. Good. Okay, so let's try this out. Oh, this is wrong. That should be there. And here, that is supposed to be a child of frame 1. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to change this to about 18. Okay, the width. Still looking, maybe I should just change the width. But for now, let's see. So let me just run this off for now and run it and just see. Then I'll take it from there. So I'm going to say underscore underscore name underscore underscore and equals underscore underscore main underscore column. If that is equals to root equals tk dot tk, and the name of the app, that's going to be equals right there. It's going to be a child of root. Put it in there, and let's say root. Then we'll say root dot main loop. There we go. So let me run this. I just want to see how that's going to work. Then we'll take it from there. There we go. Look at that. Now let's do one thing. I'm going to kind of like increase the size of my width here. So let's make this about 600 plus 605 by, yeah, 670. Then we'll just repeat the same thing. Just copy it and paste it here. Run. Let's run that. There. Okay. So supposing if I have this, so I just want to see how I want you guys to see that. So I'll be able to then just enlarge it the way I want or extend it the way I want. Alright, that's how it's looking right now. I just need to get this right. But before then, let's keep going. Okay, let's just change the whole frame again. So I'm going to make this 515 and I'll make this 620. Do the same thing here. 515. Alright, so let's try it one more time. Run. There we go. Finally. Okay, next I'm going to create my display. So I'm going to call that self dot display, and that's going to be equals tk dot entry, and tk dot entry is going to be a child of self dot mainframe 2. Paste that there, comma, font, and that's going to be area, comma, make that about 24, comma, and let it be bold. Close that, comma. There should be an equal sign here. Okay. Then I'm going to say the border width. Let's make that about 5. I can always change that if I want. Then the width. Let's make the width maybe about 25, something like that. Or 20. 26 here. Okay. Okay. Justify right. I'm relieved that is going to be rigid. So display self.display. Let's set that to its own grid. That would be 0 anyway. So let's say dot grid row is going to be equal 0 and the column is going to be equal 0 as well, equals 0. Then I also want it to the column to span for span about 4. Okay, paste, and I want you to span right, comma, and y padding is 10. Okay then. So grid dot insert following value. Let's put a 0 in there. Okay, let's say dot insert, and that is going to be 0. Right. We'll run this. I just want to see how that's going to look. Run. Then we can. You see that? That's fine. Then we can create our buttons. So that is good. So right underneath here now, Let's create a variable for the button. I'm just going to call ourselves dot create, and that's going to be underscore, let's say, button. Now, my button here, let's create a function for it, and let's indent function create button. That is going to be self standard. Okay, that is that done. Now, this button is going to be inside an array. So let's say buttons. That's going to be inside an array. That will be equals. Let's see if let me increase the fonts for you guys. That's about 12. That's about 14. Yeah, okay. That's much better. Now, my very first one is going to be backspace. So I'm going to use the following for backspace. I'm going to be using Unicode character for my backspace. There we go. And this very Unicode character is going to be inside. That is going to be number 1. Okay, and that's row 1, column 0. Right. Okay, that's the first one, the character, position, the role, and the position. Next is going to be my CE operator. So let's name this enter the CE buttons. That's CE uppercase, and that's going to be in row number 1 and column 1. I think that is fine. Row 1, column 1. Let's put space so that you guys can see it. Okay, next is going to be put another comma with C. Can grab hold of all of these anyway and paste it right there. That is going to be for C, and C is going to be in column 2. And finally, I will have my plus minus. Let's use the Unicode as 00B1. Okay, that is plus minus. And here, that's going to be column number 3. Okay, rule 1, column 0, rule 1, column 1, and so on. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is going to be for the numbers. Well, the first is going to be 7. So enter 7 there, comma. It's going to be in column 2. Row is going to be 0. Then we have 8. That will be 8. And this is in 1, position 1. Okay, next is going to be 9. Paste for 9. That's 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And we're going to also have a plus sign. This is 9. And this is addition. So this is 2 and 3. 2 and 3. There we go. 789 is correct. Alright, I can even copy this. Let's copy this now and just use it for the others. This is going to be 4 and this is going to be 3. And here that will be 5, 3, 6, 3, and subtract. Okay, that will be 3, 3 all. Here we go. Next, that will be 1. 1 here. We have 2. We have 3. And we have multiply. So we change all these 2 to 4. It's 4 and a 4 here. 4. That is correct. And next, that is going to be 0. And this will be, let's put a decimal here. Then okay, and this will be equals. And here that will be divide. Okay, this will be 5 and a 5 here. 5. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the ones are in row 1, 2 in row 2, 3 in row 3, 4 in row 4, and 5 in row 5. Okay, remember this is an array, so we need to close that. There we go. No, it's closed. Brilliant. All that is done. And so what is next for me to do now is to use a, a loop so that these buttons will be displayed on my system. So to do that, I'm going to come right down here, underneath here. Let's move this so that you can see it. So I'm going to say for, it's a text, comma, row, comma, and column in buttons. Now I am addressing this button. Enter column there. So say button that is going to be equals tk dot button, and it's going to be a child of main. Save dot mainframe. Paste. So my text is going to be equals text. So whatever text we have on board, comma, and I also want it to have the following font. Paste that in there. Okay. Now let's get it padded. As by make that about 20. We can always change that. And y-axis, and change this to y. Then the width, height and width. I'm going to grab all of this height and width and just change things around. Paste. And this is going to be, let's make that about 3. And here make this 1. Very good. So let's come down here and just, this is going to be for the buttons. Okay, so I'm going to just close that, which I'll round up later on. So let's round it up for now. I'm going to then say button dot grade dot grade, and that is going to be row and column. I'm going to grab all of these, paste that right here. Okay, and let's just say it's going to be strictly north, south, east, and west. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. So this is going to be row. Change that to row. Row is going to be equals row because, and this is going to be column. Let's call it column, just like that. And here, I think I spotted an error. There was meant to be comma here. There we go. I think we can test this now. Let's just go to File, Save, and run it and see. Oh, there we go. The buttons are in the house. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this. That's fine. Okay, now I've got my buttons in place. Let's do one thing. I'm going to have to call. Let's get my speech into place before I go any further. So let's get the speech function. We just call that speak. That speak is going to be self underscore x. Okay, and that is going to be self dot engine dot say let's then engine that should be indented self dot engine dot run and wait. Now let's say dot run and wait. Okay, that's for my speech taken care of. So let's run it. It's not going to do anything for now. Column is missing there. Very good. Well spotted. Run. All right. Okay. Looking good. Now that that is taken care of. Okay, next I'm going to have to add a function in there which is going to do with on button click. So let's get it indented properly on button click. Else if button in the following, let's say it is plus, minus, multiply, or division, close that column. In that case, if it is self dot first, and the first that I'm referring to is this very one here, okay, this variable first. If it's first, and you say floats whatever value we have inside display self.display.get dot get dot then self dot operator op that is going to be equals button and we'll say self dot display, so we have to play it now. Or self dot display dot delete. Let me clear it from 0 to whatever we have in there. Let's say comma tk end dot end Alright, now we don't want the speaker here to say something, so we just accept dot speak. Self dot speak. Say the following. So either going to be, let's see, whatever value we have in there. So the first one is going to be plus. That is going to become plus. Right. Next, the comma there. That is going to be for subtraction. So I'm just going to copy this for subtract. If you notice, guys, this is a curly braces, so don't make any mistake. It's not a bracket, it's a curly braces. This is subtract, and change this to subtract. Next is going to be my multiplication. So I'm just going to call that multiply by, and divide by. There we go. And specify that is going to be button. Okay. Alright, so here the curly braces should be there. Right, and just close this bracket here. It's meant to be a bracket. There's a bracket here, there should be a closed bracket there. Alright, that is taken care of. Else, we want to take care of the equals. Let's say else if the button equals, then we want as follows. That would be for second number. Dot second number underscore num. That's going to be equals. Get whatever we have in here and dump it in there. There we go. Then the results. So results is going to be equals self.calculate result equals the result equals self.calculate underscore result. Okay, so let's delete that, and we also have to insert it. So I'm going to say self.display. Okay, delete, and we also need to insert. Here's my insert. Underneath here. What I'm inserting this time around is going to be the result. So change it to 0, and this is going to be string. It's going to be results. Close that. Then I want the speaker to say something. Set the speaker. I want you to say something, but this time around I just want you to say that is going to be, let's say, equals. equals result. So we enter result in here. Very good. But the thing is, we don't have results yet. This one, we need to create this very function. Else there will be a problem. So let's come down here and just take care of the result first. Write down. That's going to be a function on its own. The function self dot result. No. Function calculate result. That is going to be self. There we go. And let's use a conditional statement to validate the selection made. So I'm going to say if self dot first number is known or second number is nothing, then return a zero. So I'm going to come down here again using an if statement. If the operator, I'm going to say self dot operator, if it's equals the arithmetic operator plus, then I want you to return first number plus second number. Okay, so we can just make life easy by returning those. So that's going to be first number plus second number. So I'm going to say self and plus second number is where we want. Yeah, that is taken care of. Now I'm going to use an else if statement for the others. So I'm going to just copy this. And right underneath here, I'm going to enter else if the operator is subtract, then this is going to be subtract. And let's copy it again and just use it for, this is going to be for multiplication, and this will be multiplication. Let's get it indented. Very good. And next is going to be for division. Paste that there, change this to division, and division here, indent. Okay, so supposing the end user enter is 0. So in that case, we can just, let's redefine this one here. So if the user enter is 0, we want the following to happen. So I'm going to come down here and just enter the following using an if statement. So if self dot second number, if the value equals 0, then I want my speaker to say something. So let's grab hold of Mr. Speaker here. Save the speaker. I want you to say something. So let's say something like now divide by 0. Say cannot divide by 0. There we go. Then if you also want a message box, I'm not going to bother with that. So I'll just leave it as cannot divide by 0 and let it return the value 0 straight away. So say return, and that will be 0. Okay. However, if everything goes as we want, so return is going to be this, as if everything goes accordingly. Okay, so I'm going to save that, and let's just try this out. There we go. So it is working. There's no error so far. All right, that's fine. Hey, that will take care of the call in here, so that's fine. Now let's take care of another button, and this is going to be for let's take care of the clear and the entry. So I'm going to just, all right, let's come right underneath here. Still using else if the button equals C. In that case, I want you to delete and insert. So let's just grab hold of this and paste it right here. Okay, so if selected button has the text C, then delete whatever we have inside display up to the end and also insert. Okay, I want you to let's replace that with 0. There we go. That is sorted. And what about my speaker? I want the speaker to say something as well. So let's grab hold of this and paste it right underneath here. So I'm just going to say reset to 0. There we go. And that takes care of clear. Now let's take care of the clear entry. So I can just copy all of this again. Place that there. Clear entry. So that will be CE. Okay, if you CE, okay, clear display, insert the value 0 and the following. Create a local variable that will store first number, self.first number really. There. And another local variable that will store second number. So let's say S, that will be for second number. Now, both variable, let's clear that, will be nothing and S will be equals nothing as well. Just like I did in that of C sharp. See, it's very similar. So here I'm now going to, let's say, clear entry. There we go. That's what the speaker will say. That's brilliant. Now that that is taken care of, I now want to take care of the backspace and the plus minus, and we can just call it the end of this nice tutorial. So I'm just going to come down here. Let's grab backspace. This is backspace. Okay. That is the unique code for backspace. Might as well copy it properly. If the Unicode we're using, so come right down here and use else if again. Else if the button, if it has a Unicode of backspace, then we want this display to get, okay, display text will be, the text will be equals set dot display dots get, enter parentheses, and then we want it to minus the value by 1 inside the square brackets. Now we delete and insert. Just grab all of these guys here, paste. Then insert the text. And the text this time around, let's say text here first. If text is else 0. Okay, 0 text if text else is 0. Okay, so let's get Mr. Speaker back. Place that underneath here and just change this one to backspace. Nice one. All right, so that is taken care of. Okay, next we want to take care of the plus minus. So I'm going to copy everything in here. Just place that underneath here. All right, so this, instead of backspace, instead of it saying backspace, let's say string. That would be equals the value. Okay, now let's copy the Unicode symbol for backspace. That is it here. Okay, you can always check that out online, the Unicode symbol for plus minus. That's for plus minus, this is for backspace. Okay, if you want to, let's just say Unicode, Unicode symbol for backspace. And the Unicode symbol for plus minus, for plus and for plus minus. Alright. Right, so that you don't get that mixed up. Okay, next. Now the value is coming here. I'm going to create a local variable called value. And this is going to be a float. So let's say minus float. And type parentheses there and get rid of this. There we go. Alright, so then delete, and here string variable. Let's enter a string value in here. It's either 0 or string value. Yeah, I think I am done. I think I'm done. So all that is left for me now is to call this function inside the button. First of all, let me run it if there's any. Nothing will happen though. So, but so far there's no error. So I can only find that out once I call this here. Right. So back here where I have my buttons, I am now going to use a command. Let's say command. And this command, I might as well implement lambda to do the job for me. Lambda, where t equals text. Yeah. Okay. And I say self dot on button click and that will be T. Okay, so that is done. However, you see this comma there, bracket there, that should be a comma because I'm continuing. Okay, I guess you guys can see what I've just done there. So I just use this command to call my function, the one that is called on button click. That's it, just call that. All right, so have a good look at the lines of code. Okay, and I'm going to click it down and down. There we go. All right, let's try this out. All right, so let's go to run. Yeah, look at that. So let's,
7.
you hear that?
Multiply by 9 plus 2 equals 11.0.
Very good. Let's divide by 0 and see.
Divide by 0. Cannot divide by 0. Equals 0.
Hear that? All right, so
7. 78. Backspace.
look at that, guys.
Backspace.
Brilliance.
9. Multiply by 8.
Then I change my mind. I want to multiply by 2.
Clear entry. 2 equals 18.0.
Check that out, guys.
Reset to 0.
I'm so happy. That's very good. So with that, guys, I'm
8.
going to call it the end of
86.
this brilliance tutorial. But before I leave, let me kind of like show you guys the lines of codes one more time. Take it from the top and bring it right there. You see that? So import the following library, create your class, okay, initialize as follows and enter your frame. You don't have to, I just enter that. This is my variable and this is my caller for my speaker. All right, and that's the text box, button declaration, buttons, and position of text. Bring it down, and there. This is where I use a loop to create the button on the form, to display the button on the form. And this command, I use that to call this very function. This is my speaker here. And each function that drive each component. There they are. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna call it the end of this brilliant tutorial. I love it. So with that, I'm gonna say bye for now. You all have a nice day now, and see you guys later.
5. 59. Plus 4. 45. Equals 104.0.
Goodbye.